Hi guys, and thanks so much for stopping by my channel. So today I'm making a Jamaican favorite. I'm making fish fritters, so stay tuned for the recipe. So in my bowl I have 4 cups of flour, and I'm adding 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder. And I'm just going to mix this all up. I'm making enough fritters for 2 meals for the 5 of us, so this is going to make about 24 fritters. If you don't need this much, you can cut the ingredients in half. I don't have any scotch bonnet pepper, but I do have some hot pepper jalapeno mix, so I'm just going to use this instead. I'm adding about 4 pieces to the dough just to give it a bit of a spicy flavor. If you don't like spice, you can always leave this out. I'm going to dice this up as finely as I can so that no one bites down on any big piece of pepper. I also have 1 shallot here that I'm going to chop up. I've also used scallions or regular onions in this recipe in the past. I like using shallots because the onion flavor is stronger than regular onions, and I really like the balance of that with the saltfish. Again, I'm trying to chop this as small as possible. So here's the saltfish or salt cod, and I've boiled this in some water for about 30 minutes. I poured off the water, added more water, and boiled it again to get rid of all the salt. I'm going to be using about 2.5 cups of this for the dough. You can actually taste this here to make sure that it's not too salty, and if it's still too salty, you can add some more water and boil it one more time. Most of this was already in pieces, but I'm just going to go ahead and break this up a bit more before adding it to the flour. So now I'm adding the 2.5 cups of saltfish, and this is just some pepper sauce that my mother-in-law makes, and I like it because it adds just a little bit of spice. I'm just adding about a half a teaspoon of this. You can use store-bought pepper sauce as well, or you can just leave it out. So I'm just going to add the onions and peppers. And the last thing is 3 cups of water. I'm mixing this all together, making sure that everything is mixed in really well. This is a traditional breakfast or lunch dish for us for Good Friday and Easter Sunday, so I need to make a good amount. So I want the consistency of a really thick pancake batter. You want it to be able to pour nicely into the pan, but be thick enough to keep together while frying. So this consistency looks good to me. So I have here a good amount of oil, and I'm using avocado oil, but you can use whatever oil you like to fry with. I have my stove on medium-high, and after the oil has heated up, I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of the dough into the oil. You see how the sticky batter holds together in the oil? That's the consistency that you want. So I'm going to fry these on each side for about 3 to 4 minutes. You want them to look nice and golden brown with a slight crispiness to them. Okay, so these look good. So I'm going to flip these and fry them on this side for 3 to 4 minutes as well. I've placed some paper towels under my cooling rack to catch any excess oil. Easter just wouldn't be the same for us without fish fritters. And I'm done. They'll go really well with some steamed cabbage or spinach for lunch, and even with some eggs for breakfast. Thanks so much for watching, and happy cooking!